What?
I'm telling you. That 2.5 minute video of just ripping me apart. Ojo getting me. It hurt my heart. I
I'm
stayed
just
up
saying,
last
it's a
night
factual
crying.
statement. I mean, maybe it's not a
It's
factual
true.
statement, but it's like, you know,
Oh, it's actually pretty
you had to really
factual.
that headset. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I agree. It's very factual to be honest with
You
you.
you kind of made the case for like why console gaming is a thing. It's so convenient. You just turn it on and boop boop boop. Except when it doesn't work. So it's like, oh,
That's right.
this is why people
Yep,
don't game on PC. Because it's like I can't even do this. Why would I even bother with PC gaming?
that's right.
All the buttons on the keyboard, mouse. You know, all these things.
Oh, absolutely. Together forever. That's you and me, buddy. Together forever. Good way to start the round.
Do you have PlayStation Plus right now, Buff?
Yep.
Okay, you should download Fall Guys. It's fun.
Yeah. Is that the one with the is that the one with the bean bag or whatever?
The Bean people,
Yeah.
not the
Yeah.
Bean Bag.
That made me go out and watch uh, my YouTube video of Wipeout. Me doing my audition for Wipeout Canada. You
Yeah,
never
I can see
saw it?
that.
Yeah, JCP absolutely can. Oh, here, look at he's attacking people already.
I played that for like an hour with RPG Dagger and his sister today. It was fun.
Oh, Scout?
Yep. We were
Oh, very
saying that
nice.
we should defect and make a game out of that instead of this.
They're only saying that
You
because
could.
they wanna hurt my heart, and that's fine.
They're like, tell Buff they should have a game out for this, not golf. And I was like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Look at you can see my 2.5 minute video.
I really stuck it to him, didn't I, guys?
I really, I really took it to him.
Yeah, we just spend our time plotting about behind your back about what we're gonna do to you. It's so fun.
Yeah, we're gonna see what I did to him. I totally told him off.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I said I was gonna tell you, and I told you.
Yeah, and you did. Oh,
We
you
should
did.
totally do it. It'd be great.
Yep.
Except it's only 4 players, just like this. It's like curses. Only 4 players.
Oh, good shot for the champ.
But have you like downloaded or played it yet, Buff?
Ooh. Text me the name of it, and I'll definitely check it. I'll definitely pick it up because I really want to do that.
If you go to the store, it's the PlayStation Plus Game of the Month. It's one of them,
Oh,
so
okay. So sweet.
they're real easy to find.
I was gonna say something, and my brain just farted.
Huh.
I stick to him. Me, I stick to him. There you go.
Hey, watch where you're shooting that thing.
Yep. There you go. Split between. Who do you love more? Ooh, there you go, swirly whirly. Yeah, I turned my grocery store into a obstacle course many years ago on the Whitecoat edition.
That sounds like an abuse of power.
Well, I fixed it all up. I didn't get fired for that, so that's good.
Okay, I think I fixed the TV problem.
Oh, good.
I have an 8x2 matrix to split my signals between two TVs, and the girls were playing the PlayStation on the bigger TV, so I thought I could have both on, but that was creating problems. I really do like my matrix, so I don't have to keep moving my PlayStation around to connect cables to different TVs, but
Do you know they filmed Wipeout in Brazil?
No.
Look at this.
it
Yeah.
really wasn't something I considered, so
No. Yeah. Get up there, LaBelle. Let's see what he does. Hmm.
So you're gonna make me do the video thingy again next week?
Oh no. No, you taught me a lesson.
Did I get my video making privileges revoked?
Yep. I cried for 3 hours afterwards. It's horrible. Read my text to LaBelle. Oh, you're not. Even as a noob, this course is good for him. The Strange Adventures, Tekken. Read that book because it's very good.
Is it analogous to anything else that sounds like an anthology series?
Well, the story is Adam Strange. Do you know Adam Strange from DC lore?
I do not.
Yeah, he's yeah. Um, I don't know. What do you think, JCP? Like a serialized
oh yeah, he's
character,
definitely like a Flash Gordon
like
type.
John Carter from Mars, something like that. And so the story is that he fought in a war on another planet, and now he's being investigated for some reason. He wants Batman to investigate. So now the big story is is what he's saying the truth, right? And so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. And his wife's a hoochie.
Well,
She's
I mean, Adam
she's so
Strange was pretty good because like all his adventures took place on another planet,
yep.
and he kept having to
Ran.
keep. So basically, they're like these teleportation beams that hit our planet. So every time he gets sent back to our planet, he races around the world to get the next beam back to his,
Hoochie.
Duran, the alien planet where he has a wife and adventures and everything. It's an interesting concept.
And so Tom King is kind of starting to turn that on its head, right? So it's interesting. It's if you ever like I read his Mr. Miracle last year, Tom King's Mr. Miracle, and that was a brain scratcher, but it was very good.
Did he do?
Yeah,
Didn't he do the Batman and Catwoman marriage thing?
Yep.
yeah, he's really pushing the stories. Then again, I stopped reading comics like a year ago, so.
Yeah. That Empire is still shit, Tekken.
Okay.
It looks like a car crash, just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't interested from the premise. Well, the Fantastic Four comes from one side, the Avengers come from the other, and they meet in the middle. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, and then the pandemic doesn't help when they cancel like half the issues, so. Are they the
Mm-hmm.
ones that help tell the story? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, we check out that, and then there's a graphic novel called Pulp came out. That's a good one. I'm gonna ignore that. I almost hit Tekken.
I
There we go.
tried.
I know. I saw it curved there. I said that's a special shot.
I like my curve shots.
They're very good.
Just not enough to
Good
miss the
cranking.
sand trap.
So just to spoil a little bit, Tekken, because I know you won't actually read it. So 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 they send Mr. Terrific up to Rand to read the documents from the war, right? The war documents. So he gets up there, and the Rand Council uh, gives him their paperwork, right, to read about how the war went and all that kind of stuff. Now, let me finish this off. Well, there we go. Perfect. And so he goes, and they keep telling him all throughout the way. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have anybody. We're unable to decipher the enemy's paperwork. We don't know their dialect, right?" And they've said it like two or three times throughout the story so far. So Mr. Terrific gets up there and he goes, and they say it to us. He goes, "Well, we don't have any translation for the paperwork." And so Mr. Terrific just looks and says, he goes, "Yeah, I deciphered it. I know their language. I read it on the way to Rand. I learned it on the way to Rand." They're going, "What?" And then all of a sudden he goes and starts talking to him in the alien language to the guy, and he goes, "Oh shit!"
Well, I mean,
So so
he
gave so
is.
gave me this,
He's what,
Mr.
like
Terrific.
the top third in intelligence on the planet?
Yep.
It's like
So
Lex Luthor, Batman, and
yep,
him.
yep. So that so then he's sleeping, and all of a sudden he wakes up and all the guards are surrounding him. So okay, you're being held for some espionage, and he's going just goes, all right, boys, and he just beats the living crap out of him. And it's fantastic. Best portrayal of Mr. Terrific that I have seen, and he keeps using
Oh,
the
that
fair.
I think that might have been me.
Oh, it's always about you, isn't it? It's always about attacking. So it's probably the bet since the Justice Society, Mr. Terrific. This is probably I would say finally
Well,
character.
yeah, they haven't been doing too well with him.
No, well I always want to pick up the Terrifics, but I know it's like
Uh, yeah, I had the first few before I stopped. It really didn't keep me going, so.
Shiny. You're just too much of a hoop, cranking that power.
And I really had hope for the Terrifics.
Yep.
Because it had characters I really liked. Mr. Terrific, Metamorpho, Plastic Man,
Hmm.
and I still didn't like it.
That sounds like when I read Thunderbolts, and it was terrible until Soul came along. It's like finally it got good. Yes.
Which Thunderbolts was that? Was that with the Red Hulk, or is that?
That was Red Hulk leader, Venom, or
Hmm,
Punisher, Deadpool.
that wasn't a bad. I like that team actually. That wasn't too bad.
I mean, it was okay until like it finally got good because they switched writers.
It was Charles Soule that took over, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you.
It was like, oh, this Charles Soule guy, that's pretty good.
He took
You,
over. Oh, he took over for Snyder on Swamp Thing, and I thought Swamp Thing was going to go down in quality. I was like, wow, it's actually pretty good. And then so I just kept an eye on on whatever he wrote. I picked up, and it was very good.
was Thunderbolts 1 before your guys' time?
Nope.
It's probably before my time. I don't know.
Well, that was like the last page twist that they were all secretly villains. It was all like
Yep.
before the internet ruined everything,
Yep.
so.
Yep. That was the last. That was the last good surprise. Oh.
Before the internet, man. Now that's not something you say every day.
Early days of the internet.
You've got mail.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Welcome. You've got mail.
Oh, look at this
Oh
guy.
wow.
Look at this guy. Jeez.
Oh, I
Rode
thought
right
that might
on
have
the
been out of
green.
bounds.
No. DCP, what hole is that one on the Alpine one that you can skip across the water? Is that hole number 2, or was that hole, or is that in the back 9 or the front
It,
9?
it's in the back 9. It's like 12 or
Okay,
14.
okay, we'll go. I'll go. That's gonna be our next one. We'll go and we'll do that. And I'll put it on the front one so we can go for the gold and crank up the clubs and look at this guy. Look at this guy. Fantastic. Well, besides that, Kraken,
What?
yeah, you know what. Let me start with me. This is exactly how Ramblin left, so don't get
Whatever. I love how that's always gonna be my fault. I
yep.
didn't even do anything. It's like, what are you talking about?
Just wait till the video comes out. My video. Okay. About all your atrocities that you've done.
Well done. Nice aim. Mind your gauge.
Oh.
Yeah, this is one of the few games that might be worse on the next.
Thank you. Thank you. And if there is a screen, everybody's gonna complain if there is one.
I don't think that's
The-
gonna happen. It's like,
It's
oh
We'll need like
man, loading times
a
become
dual.
loading screens, and people still complain about, oh, it's a loading screen. I don't think
yeah.
it's gonna happen. Back in my
Oh,
day,
they
we
will.
had
They'll
loading.
find something.
Back in my day, we didn't have loading screens. We had loading times. And then just some screens.
Are you being an ageist now?
No,
Are you
I'm just saying
knocking
that's what
young
I would
people?
sound like in the future if people did that. It's like, oh, complaining about loading screens versus like, waiting for an entire bar to
In
fill or
my
something.
day, I lived in my apartment for 14 months straight with just knives and oranges, and that's how my life was, and I liked it. I didn't get sick. I was the only survivor. Then you find out you're talking to yourself, and then you go slowly mad. And the only game you can play is Skyrim. The one game you hate more than life itself.
Barely within reach. Left break.
Have you joined any factions, Tech?
I almost did. I'm probably gonna join the Dawn Guard because vampires keep killing NPCs, and it's like they just killed like a shopkeeper in like one of the starting cities, and it's like, dude, that might have been an important quest giver. Stop it.
Left break.
I haven't even. They told me to join, but I haven't even. I haven't even seen any vampires yet. I can't go into one place because I have to join them to get the key to get in there and kick some vampire butt. But.
I was thinking about joining the Storm Chaser or whatever they're called, Storm Cloaks, whatever the rebellion against the Empire people. But then I was like, I'll wait and see. I'll wait for my information. But then so I guess I had like I guess I had like all the DLC enabled. So it's like some other lady was like talking to me about the dragon something something people, dragon something.
Well, that's
The
good.
Dragonborn? I don't remember. It was like the lady. I don't know. The lady who's like, we help the Dragonborns. We follow them and like, help kill dragons. I was like, Sounds about right. That was the other thing that annoyed me, dude. Is like because the XP system is the way it is.
Oh, here
It's
we go.
like every time I killed a dragon, I was like, well, do I get anything? It's like no,
Yeah,
no
exactly.
XP.
No, yeah, you
Here's some
do.
dragon bones. I was like, what?
Yeah, and you can use that to create armor for
I
yourself.
can't use it right now.
That's why you buy a house.
I did buy a house
And you,
actually, and I got an orphan
and,
adopt or whatchamacallit.
uh,
I adopted an
that guy's
orphan
dead.
off the
That
street.
kid's dead. That kid's
What?
dead.
I
That
furnished the
kid's dead.
house. It's furnished. There's food in there and
Oh,
stuff. But then they're like, did you bring me a
well,
toy? And I was like, dude, I've been questing and stuff. I did not make a child's toy, sorry. Next time.
yeah, here. Yeah. Have some mandarin oranges.
I was hoping there'd be like more to it and you could like train them to like be a like killer or something. Or like have skills or something, but you can't.
You're your own personal assassin. Yeah, it's fantastic.
I'm just saying,
Why not?
Every Bruce Wayne needs Damian Wayne at their side
Mm.
that like knows how to kill.
You know something?
Even better than a Robin. The best
Damien
Robin,
is,
you might say.
now, I might be wrong, and JCP can throw this in. Damien was the only surprise that didn't get. Now, I might be wrong, not to get crapped on by the populace. Would I be right? All of a sudden, Batman has a son. Did anybody really crap on that? You're ruining.
You mean as
Not
far as Robins go?
as far as fans accepting it. I never really heard anything bad about it from fans. At least I didn't.
Yeah, I think you're right. Everything else has some sort of backlash, from Jason coming back to Stephanie being
Yeah,
Robin.
yeah.
They're not happy with anything.
Sounds about right.
Uh,
Oh
Like some get
no.
upset. Some get upset when they kill a dragon and they don't get nothing out of it. Like that's
just remember, the real treasure is the friends you make along the way.
that's right. And then can create a 2.5 minute video ripping them apart to shreds.
You know, I could have said a lot worse things in that video, I'm just saying.
Yes.
Shot successful.
Now you're making me want to like make a parody and like have it be all like rap battle style and be like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Buff 74 ain't gonna respond to this because he can't rap. Oh, what?
True.
Drop the mic.
Rap is crap.
Is that your response?
That's my response.
To be fair, you didn't do yourself any favors either, Tekkit. You know, haven't left the
Yeah,
house in
yeah,
6 months.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I could just do. I could just come in with like a robe on and just hey man, hey Tekken,
Just film
you
it
wanna
outside.
go?
You've already outdone
This is what we call a sunset.
He was outside on the last
Everybody.
one. He was at the beach.
I was at the beach. I won that rap
You should
battle.
have panned the camera around because now it's like, well, I don't know, can't really see the waves. I can just see your face.
Well, you
Maybe if
know
I
what?
listen really carefully, I can hear the ocean. That's wind. That's not really an ocean sound. Bush.
He also thinks Cyclops
Very good.
was right for killing Charles Xavier. So
Quite good.
you have to give him
I
that.
didn't say that. I never
Oh
said he was
please,
right for doing that.
you're like, oh, kill that bald guy. Oh
Whatever, dude.
yeah.
I was
Oh
defending him because he was cosmically corrupted by the Dark Phoenix Force, which is what happens. You know, it happens. I mean, it could happen. It doesn't always happen, but you know, the potential's there, and it happened. He was all like, "I am Phoenix." Ah, and it's like, "Oh, Dark Phoenix." It happened.
celestial juices again. It's always with celestial juices.
Nice approach.
Took me a minute on that one. Oh, well, there's a cosmic entity, so
Look at
yeah.
this, look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh,
Oh, right in the heart, baby. Right in the heart. Look at that. The man came to play.
Possible. Downhill. To the right.
Pro baby. Plop.
oh, spinning in.
Mm-hmm. Story of my life.
Keep calm.
But I was looking at my issues I had for like the current run on Hickman's, and like I don't have all the issues, so I probably won't catch up with it because I'm trying not to spend any money, so I'm not going to buy any new ones. So I'll probably just like read the
Yeah.
first six in like the first volume,
And
and
that's
then
why the trade. Oh, that's what that's why the trade paperback is for.
Well done. Very
but then I was like,
impressive.
well, if I can't catch up on this, at least I can like catch up on Saga completely finally, because man, that's a good book.
Hickman's X-Men has been good. No, this whole King of Swords crossover, whatever. I'd like to see what's going on there, but it'll be interesting. Hit the X, Frankie. Frankie. I gotta text him now. Oh, there he is.
Call 6.
Frankie, they're laughing at you. Can't use your headset. Checking things. You're like rambling.
What? How could I? How could it be my fault when I've never met this person?
No, it's not your fault. I'm saying you're saying he's just like rambling. You
Oh,
know what you felt about rambling.
wait, what? That's not true.
You know how you felt about rambling. He was next on the list.
Whatever.
Complete.
Oh, there in the same. You
Uh,
had it out for him from day one, and that's okay.
Whatever. But yeah, I was getting the like the Facebook memory thingy about like House of X like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it was like the first issue, and I was like, man, it's been a year.
Mm-hmm.
But like House of X Projects, dude, that was like the best X story I've written in like a while.
Oh yeah. Some of the X books are good. Some I just.
It was, man, it's like Battle of Adam was like so garbage. I was just like, dude, I was so hyped for that, and it was just so terrible, and I was just like, that let me down so much.
You fucker. Look at you. We played it safe and Tekken went for gold. There you go.
I don't
I
know.
was like,
One of the
oh,
problems I had with X-Men is that the status quo never stayed that way long enough for me to appreciate it. You know, it's like, oh, we'll have blue and gold teams, and now that lasts for like 3 issues, a crossover, and now we're changing things up again.
Yeah. I think that was the last good era of X-Men before the Hickman was the blue and the gold team, right? The Magneto #1 X-Men cover and all that kind of stuff, right? That was the best. And then they created the Legacy virus, and that just killed the whole damn thing.
I mean, I liked the new X-Men era with secondary mutations and stuff,
Yeah.
but
Morrison's X-Men was good. I shouldn't say that.
yeah.
My mistake on that. But Morrison was actually very good on that. This is gonna suck.
You can hit both of us if you aim it low enough.
This Tekken. You didn't do a video on it. So I looked at the video. I said, "Oh, 2.5 minutes. Oh, this should be entertaining." And then just second by second, my heart broke.
Shot complete.
Buff, he's so old, he can't understand how to do technology. Come on out. That's the fun. Aw.
what happened? I can't say it's not true because it happened. So yeah,
Is
I'm just
that?
saying.
I can't. Yeah, yeah.
Ask Tropical. He had to save us.
He was the man with the plan.
I think people don't appreciate golf. Well, not that I watch it,
Darn
but
right. No, but
it's
just think, we spend a certain amount of dollars here, and we can play it anytime we want. And
we're not
nowadays a game,
you're
not
not
shelling
shooting
out 60
people,
bucks a
not
go.
knocking people down.
No.
Look at us standing respectfully away from the hole for a while.
Yeah. From the noob. That's right. We don't want to get we're gonna get hit. I was playing MLB baseball, the game, the show, and the pitcher threw a pitch, and I knocked it, and I hit him right in the head with the baseball. I hit it right back at him, knocked him out in the actual game. I couldn't believe it. It was the greatest.
It slopes up.
I said, who thinks of that in making a video game? Usually you think that would be just,
Ah,
go through him or something like that. But no, they actually hit the
Right within
pitcher
reach.
and knocked him out.
Uphill. It breaks right. That is secure. Focus on your breathing. Slowly now. It slopes up.
He's not going to get it more. See, by the time I text him, he's already shot. Damn Jamaican.
It's hard.
Oh, very nice.
Focus on your breathing. Slowly now. Stay cool. You can do it. It breaks right. It's hard.
So what are you going to play now, Tekken? That Skyrim is, I've now absolved you from playing Skyrim.
well, I played this game called Technomancer for a day,
Beanbag
and
Boy or whatever.
it was terrible. And I was like, ew. So I have to see what's next on the list.
Like Skyrim, you? Oh, okay.
It was worse than Skyrim.
You should play Fallout then.
I thought about that. I was like, I'll just go back and revisit all these Bethesda games to finally have the final verdict of like, yeah, not for me.
Hole 7. It's
Because it's also on my PC, and it'll probably run better than on my,
See,
well, my PC.
Fallout 4 wasn't a bad game.
Also, the reason
And
that
I think
game
the
is
leveling
air
up.
quote better slash so good slash whatever is because they've had like all these other games that they've made to like iterate on top of. So it's like, okay, we finally made like
good.
a nice, well polished turd compared to all our other
Look at this.
games.
Spin.
So,
Oh,
you know,
look at that. That's an
because
awesome
there's a
shot.
lot of quality of life stuff in Skyrim that's not in there. That's like, well, if this was in here, it wouldn't be so bad, but it's not in here. So what the f?
Can you go when
Speaking
you
of
move the
polished
cannon?
turds,
Good shot.
I pre-ordered Avengers, but I just haven't played the beta yet. It's getting not very good reviews for the beta.
I only saw one tweet defending it. It says like, I didn't know that was the case, but actually saying that it makes sense. So I saw Tropical put something about like, well, I see all these bad things, but you know, the Avengers still has the Avengers in it. I was like, it's not a good take, Tropical. It's like, yeah, it has the Avengers in it, but it's a good game. Because otherwise it's just a bad
Yeah.
game with Avengers in it. So,
Well, from what I read, like the story missions are really good, but then the side missions are worse than average.
yeah,
Nice
that's the
shot.
problem.
No, but this is a game that it will build on year after year after year, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Like
and it's all free, I believe,
like
is what they said.
that
So there's that too.
like that Destiny game, right?
Apples and oranges, dude. Apples
So,
and oranges.
so yeah,
It's been like
But
6 years.
apples and
6 years
They're,
since
orange
the
and
games.
bananas,
like all your
orange
gear,
and
though,
banana.
even though it affects your stats, it's not cosmetic.
Oh, that's a problem. I saw Gamer tweet about that too. I was like, ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, so like you can buy outfits and then you have comic accurate outfits, but all the gear you apply won't affect it.
Give it your best. Up here.
So you're only grabbing gear to increase your stats, but not your vanity or whatever.
Yeah, in games like that, it's like, there's the fashion aspect of like, ooh, look how I look. My cloak of
Yeah,
Gargamel's
you
so cool.
want to show off what you got.
Peace.
Nice
Oh,
putt.
that's a good point.
Whoa! I gotta text him on that.
That invisible.
I'm gonna lie because the boys are cheering.
Give it your best.
Let me try that. Let me try that.
It breaks left.
I'm probably gonna miss because I didn't give enough power.
Go on.
Oh, but I didn't.
Nice birdie.
Look at that. That wasn't an easy one, that's for sure.
Give no left.
Yeah, because the
Right.
state of play this
Breaks
week,
left.
I was not expecting good things because I was like, whatever. There's no PS5 info. But then like my brain was like, I was so out of it. I was just like so distraught, or not distraught. That's the wrong word. I was so angry. I guess I wasn't angry, but it's like I can't think of a better word. That like I completely my brain couldn't like disconnect,
You're,
console info from
you're
game
mentally
info.
con-
That
And since
invisible.
we got like PS5 game
you're
info, I was like,
mentally
ooh,
constip
Give it your best.
shut up.
you're you're mentally you're mentally constipated.
I'm not
Is
mentally
that what you're saying?
constipated. I was just
Okay, but that game made you mentally constipated.
what?
You, that game made you mentally constipated. That's what
No,
I'm
the game
saying.
didn't make me mentally constipated. I was just like, from their statement of like no PS5 info, it's like, oh, I don't care. I guess I was just mentally checked out. There we go. So I was just like not caring. But then some pretty decent stuff. And at first I was like, Godfall, whatever. But then it's like, ooh, Godfall. I'm kind of excited now. So except for the fact that there's still more time to have more info come out to be like, ooh, never mind. Because it's like we're not going to give you
Stay
all the
out,
info
stay out,
all at
stay out.
once.
Oh, very nice, JCP. That was beautiful. Chocolate rain.
And it's also nice to see like when
Tight
it's
shot.
like a bunch of games and they're not all just like repro shooty. So that's nice too.
What was it, that one
Who would
game
you?
that like all the developers quit and they got some other team to finish the video or something?
Uh, did not hear about that. It was just a video.
Yeah, like the all the people who did the work quit because of, they didn't like how the
Oh crap.
company was working or whatever, and then the company hired some artists to
Oh, I think that was
finish
a
the.
wasn't it like a dating sim or something, or like a visual novel thing?
I
I
really
saw
don't
that.
know
It
what
was
it
like all
was.
the artists were like complaining about something. Oh, I don't remember. I know what you're talking about. I remember reading this on Twitter. It was like, yeah, they like laid. I don't know if they laid them off or fired them, but like they were complaining like about their wages or something. But then they just like outsourced it to like a completely different group of people
Shot
at like a
complete.
lower cost or something. And it's just like they completely screwed them. I'd have to look it up, but it's like I know what you're talking about. 'Cause I did see that on Twitter. I was like, what? That was weird. Let's see, Gama Sutra.
You just say Karma Sutra.
I said Gama
I
Sutra.
really hope we said Gama Sutra, 'cause
Shot
Oh, I
complete.
think you said Karma Sutra. He's learning some moves while he's in quarantine.
he hasn't left his apartment in months. Let's hope not.
Oh, just get ready when he comes back out. Oh, there you don't know what hit him. How do you not hit the damn tree? Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Whoa. Oh, that's the problem. He hasn't been able to be on the fringe all game. That's what's happening. Mr. Chips.
Yeah, Chip, if you're on the green.
Yeah, can't chip. Tekken keeps trying to do the sandwich.
I mean, you could. It would just be super not good
Yeah.
idea.
So David would leave. It's just, so I'm looking after a store this week, and I come in, and there's a note saying, "Oh, we left a mark on the floor. Just to let you know it was me. Sorry about that." And so I look at the streak, and it goes pretty much halfway through the store. I'm like, "What the frick?" And I'm expecting like the big wheels to come in, right? And luckily they haven't yet. And it's like there's just a giant scratch on the floor from one half of the store down to the back room. It's like, oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Look at this guy. Path of least resistance.
Ah, here it is. This is from June. Game publisher cancels contract with developer, then tries to poach its entire team. What
Good
game is
putt, buddy.
this?
Keep calm.
Hmm.
It breaks right.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What game is this?
He loves the swirlies.
Barely possible. Nice and calm.
Yeah, I mean, when I saw that, I was like, Sony,
It
all we
breaks
want
right.
is PS5 stuff. You screw us over right now from the beginning, saying whatever this is, and then it gets worse with this bad news story.
Nice birdie. Keep calm.
When's the next reveal gonna be for Sony?
Nice and calm.
You never know until it's like a week before, because they don't tell you in advance. It's like, you know, maybe if you're lucky they'll tell you a month in advance. And it's like, look forward to this. But you never know, so, until they say.
Yeah, they've been saying sometime in August, but
Here we are.
Hold now. Par three.
Sometime, though. Sometime.
Trying to find the name of the game. It just says Star 3 Games.
Fine shot.
Private Division.
Such skill.
Take Two. Wait, this might be the story about Kerbal Space Program that's running. No, this isn't the right one. This is something else. There's like two different stories like that. This is the Kerbal Space Program one.
Nice shot.
There's another story about the visual novel game. Mm-hmm. So when I'm not on my phone because I can't type as fast. Is that it? That's not it.
Shot complete.
Oh, this might be it.
Good.
Aeon Must Die.
You're on the green.
Oh, here it is, yeah. The Aeon Must Die game. I'll have to read it after this. Let's see, one to the left. Ooh. Okay, not gonna hit the trees, so I should be fine.
Nice hit. Watch the lie.
Oh, yeah, it was Aeon Must Die. Created with abuse, manipulation, and theft.
Well
But
done.
there was another game I saw that was like similar to this. It was like a visual novel, but I can't remember what it was
Try
called.
for birdie. It breaks
Maybe it'll
right.
say it in like the related articles. Publish now diverted articles. Derp. Oh, I'll just look it up. There we go. Yeah, let's do that.
Go on.
And list die controversy.
Focus. Do your best. You'll be okay. Left break. That's hard.
Right in the heart.
Birdie possible.
I guess if we put similar controversy, let's see to the left.
It breaks left. That's birdie.
Similar.
Amazing. Birdie possible. It breaks right.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I'll just look at visual novel. There we go.
Nice birdie.
Let's do it.
Keep calm.
Nice shooting shot, Frank.
Stay cool. You can do it. You'll be okay. That's hard.
That's not outsourcing.
The Josh Whedon X-Men, I should say, that was actually pretty good too.
Oh, I watched the motion comic of that. That was really good. The Gifted, or not Gifted, the Astonishing with Kitty and Colossus. And that was a fun time.
Yeah.
I think I bought it on Blu-ray actually. I did.
That's the way to do it.
I'm in love.
A grand result.
One of my favorite parts of that was like, oh, there's two parts where it's like this one time when they're like going into space on like the alien planet, and you got like two shuttles, and then like one team has like, I think there's no telepath on there, but whatever. And then like the other team has like Emma, Cyclops, and like a bunch of other people. And then it's like Emma like projects into their minds that they're in some like fancy place or something, and they're like all comfortable and stuff. Where it's like just in reality, it's not a fun time. I just thought that was super funny. And there's like another part when there's like something's happening where like something's crashing into the planet or something, and there's like a scene of Spider-Man, and then it's like you see, I can't remember specifically what happens, but there's some sort of like telepathy mind or fake out. It's like, you know, it looks like Spider-Man saves the day, and then it's just like it like cuts to him like being projected onto. It's just like, that's funny. He's like, I did it, guys, save the day. I just stopped it with my webs. It's like, haha, Spider-Man, you're funny.
Abby Rob's ended up right now, boys. So just give me a second. All right. Stroke play. We're gonna go Alpine Forest on the back. Coming in. T is at the regular. And cup, we're at the regular. Mirror, weather. Okay.
Ah, there it goes. The visual novel maker says it will place its striking writers. Love Struck, that's their game.
Huh.
So Love Struck, Aeon, whatever, and Kerbal Space Program too, are the games with the controversies. Yeah, 21 freelance writers went on strike for that game. I think the publisher is like, well, we'll just replace you, so thanks for the work, and we'll just make the rest with somebody else.
All right. So the course is up. Grab what you need. and try to get everybody else in. Okay, we're going to try to get Mr. Shawnee there in. Okay, so I'll call you back in a sec.
Oh, I thought it would have been a time to make a joke. Oh, I had to wait. Easy 276. I mean, it's whatever. Let's try that. Let's see if it's better. Yeah, Buff said something about resetting the party, but he put the next room up. Oh, they have a game section? What? I have to look at that. Oh, is it back work on this like it does normally?
So you want us to leave this party and do a different one, or?
Well, he said he would send out invites, but I guess he hasn't yet? Question mark? I don't know. Okay, I was under the impression that he would, like, send it out before we started, but I don't know what he's doing.
Shall we?
All right, there's. I think I can join his.
Oh, cool. Oh, okay, yeah, he sent me an invite. Cool.
Do you have the new firmware?
I gave him the code that you gave us, right? So, but no dice apparently. He's not getting the invite to join the party.
Hold 10. Par 4.
All right.
Nice shot.
Down the hill. Whoa. Fairway. Good. So besides Skyrim and the Beanbag Boys, what else were you playing, Tech?
Well, I was in between games, because I just finished Thornbreaker, and then, the Sizzling Summerfish just ended in Monster Hunter, so I would play that every day now. Still playing Gwent, of course, so new season just started. What else? I mean, there's stuff that's like, I'm either about to start or I'm thinking about starting it, but I was in between games for the most part. So I played Technomancer because I was like, the top of my, it wasn't at the top of my list, but I was like looking through my game list, and I was like, back in the day, I was really excited about this game, but I never got around to playing it, so let's see if it's any good. But it was terrible, so that was an easy decision.
Have you ever thought about writing reviews?
Shot successful.
He
Thought
doesn't
about
like
it.
using numbers.
like the
I mean, you can still make a review
COVID
without
game.
numbers. You just say like pros and cons instead of like, or just like leave it open-ended without a score. Or not
Like the
open-ended, but
COVID.
like, you know, you leave it to the interpretation of the reader or viewer. So like, you know, here's what I thought, but I'm not going to score it, which is like what I would do if I
Tekken's
did reviews.
Tekken's Tekken's COVID Chronicles, right? And but you'd be on a video game website, and then they'd understand. They say, "Oh, Tekken's playing games while he's in solitude," right? And then uh, come watch him go insane together. You know what I'm saying? So,
What?
Oh,
well, yeah. Thank you. Oh, are you going down the garden path there? Oh, that's nice.
Cart
Oh,
path.
look at that.
I know what I'll
Look
do.
at that. And
Shot successful. Nice hit. On the green. Shot successful. Very good.
you're pretty good at crapping on games, Tekken. So I think
What
you'd be good at
Right,
that.
okay.
That's the number one thing of being a good.
are you
That's a
talking
nice
about?
shot, buddy. Well, you look what you talk about Skyrim.
That's one game.
You you called it Shitrim.
I said, I
That's what
mean,
you
I
call
didn't
it.
say that.
That's how
A, I
bad
didn't
it
say
is.
that. And then B, Ghost of Tsushima, I
But you
was giving
did.
that game like high praise. That was like the best game I played all year. I mean, best new game, I should specify. Because Witcher 3. Oh my gosh.
Skyrim. Gonna call it Shitrim. That's what you said.
Well done. Amazing.
Nailed it.
Birdie
Right
possible.
there. You know how many hits you get on a website if you called Skyrim a beloved game
To the
like
right.
Skyrim? If you called it like that, you'd be infamous.
I don't think so. I think if you just look at how it hasn't aged well in like the modern era that we live in and the quality of life improvements that are not in the game that have advanced in the genre of open world games,
Nice
be sure to
birdie.
give a objective opinion of actually it is not that great. So just saying, it's my
Birdie
opinion.
possible.
Just relax.
Uphill. Left break.
Oh, almost.
Birdie possible.
Oh man.
Stripes down. You got a birdie. Focus.
Nice and easy now.
You can do it. You made par. Great job. Birdie within reach. Be careful. Careful.
Actually, now that I think about it, for like the 4 to 5 games I've played this year that were like on my 5 games, I've liked all of them. So I mean, some more than others, but haven't said anything bad about them. So I mean, Resident Evil 3 is like
But the
a lot of room for improvement, but it's like overall it's a good game.
Hole
So
11. It's a par
but
3.
the only one that you didn't like is the one somebody told you to play.
that's not true. I just said taking Adventures trash. I mean, I didn't say it was trash, but it's like it's whatever. It's not that good. So it is trash. So there's also that. I mean, that being said, it's like I feel like if I restart the game at a different class, but it's like I don't restart the game because I played like
Well
5 hours or
done.
something. I was like, dude, I'm not restarting. So
Amazing.
pass. And there's like an exposition dump at the beginning, and it's like I don't know what does this have significance? This is not good. This is what are you what? it was not a fun time. I hope I didn't play full price mode. I have to look it up because that was a long time ago about that. So I'm gonna look it up now.
You're on the green.
Okie dokie. I mean, that being said, it's like the same development team that made, I think, Greedfall. You can see like the improvements that they made, but I haven't played Greedfall yet. But it's on PlayStation Now, so I will definitely. Oh, that's the other thing. Is like PlayStation Now added Greedfall and Hitman 2, and I totally wanted to play both of those. So
On the green.
I'll probably play
So
those next.
so how much do you play? You're on PlayStation Now,
hmm
and how much does that cost a month? 20?
Well, it's not costing me anything now because I'm not going to re-up my subscription. So they had like a different pricing structure before they changed it, where it was like yearly or something. So I don't remember, dude. I'd have to look it up.
Shot
Did you get
successful.
much use out of it?
Uh, Not really, but that's just because I played a bunch of other stuff.
Skyscape.
It's like in hindsight, it's like it was a bad decision, but it's like at the time it was a good price and it was on sale, and I wanted to try it out, so I bought it. I did use it, but just like not nearly as much as like the cost I was paying for it. I guess you could say that because like I did get a good deal, because it's like, but I didn't really play a lot of stuff out of it because like all the stuff I was playing was like new stuff, and since it doesn't have new stuff, it wasn't really.
What was the first game? What was the first game you played? Wait, okay, you got PlayStation Now. What was the first game that made you want to buy it to play it? The first one. What's the first thing you cracked
There
open?
wasn't a game per se. It was just I wanted to check out the features of the service. But the first game I downloaded, I think,
Keep calm.
it was either Assetto Corsa or Project Cars 2. I don't, I think. It might have been something else. I can actually go in and look, because it tracks your keys and your list and stuff. Because I think I've had like Way of the Samurai 4 on my queue for like a long time. I just never went in and played it, and I was just like, oh, someday. But I never went back and played it, so. I wanted to try playing Arkham Origins on PS4 just to see what it was like, but then I didn't do that either, so.
Well done. Birdie with the
There's
advantage.
favorite purchase. Take an answer. Phew, only paid $16. Good.
The brakes left.
I also bought Alien Isolation with that game. I've not played that either.
Tekken, I got a challenge for you. Now that the Skyrim challenge is done,
Okay.
I want you to write a review of the sushi game.
Write a review of Ghost of Tsushima.
I want you to write a review of the
It's not
sushi
very
game.
fresh in my mind, so I might have to replay it.
Well, that's
So
fine.
I'm gonna forget all the like the nuances and like everything of like why it was so great.
Well, or write a review of whatever game you want. I want to read your review of a game.
So it has to be in like written out in long form.
It has to be typed out in whatever way you want. Yes.
Okay, I will write a review for something then.
All right, JCP, here we go, buddy.
Hole 12.
Oh, I get to go
Hole
first.
5.
Here we go. Gosh, crap, the wind's going against me. Watch this, Techie. Watch this, Techie.
I was trying to point out like how much space there was for you in the T box, and our characters were like, respectfully not in the way like yours is all the time.
Uh, let's see how this works.
4.
I didn't switch my clubs. I don't know if I can pull this off.
Ah,
12.
didn't work for me.
It's out.
Hey, hey, hey. It's the wind going against me, baby. That's what happened. Look, I'm not even looking at you now. I'm mad at you.
That is
Yeah,
weird.
I can't.
They're all like looking at us, but they're not really like looking towards the field of play.
No, I can't change the wind, unfortunately.
Warning!
I tried again, though, what the hell.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I read a game review. Last time I read a game review, I think it was like in the Game Advisor panel for like a blog or something. I think it was like SSX 3 or Burnout 3 or something. I was like, I like this game so much, I'm gonna write a review. And I did.
Thanks. Well, good luck.
Oh, I mean, it's not gonna be that hard. It's really just like, if I think about it enough, it's just like, you know, word form of something I would say on a podcast or something, so it's really not that different.
Yep. All you have to do is
Shot complete.
say how you feel.
It's like writing a love
Right.
letter, but it's not love, it's just your feelings. Or whatever you're feeling. So, yeah. But, so I guess it is like a love letter, but whatever emotions the game brought out of you, and how it made
Yep.
you feel about that game. Which isn't necessarily love, so not a love letter, but then kind of the same, it's confusing, whatever, English words,
D-
stuff.
Destiny, why'd you do that to me, baby?
Oh man, I could write a book about Destiny at that game.
Yep.
That would be such like a systematic like breakdown and like teardown of like each system in the game and just like ugh. Like the good and the bad is the problem. Because it's like the good is good, but the bad is so bad. It's just like
Shot complete.
why I walked away from Destiny. I can think of the title. Why I walked away from Destiny after 6 years. Or 7 years or however many years. It's like it's like it's
Alright, let's
like
try
no
this again.
subtitle. What did it break me or was I already broken? Question. Oh, you're gonna try it again?
Yep. Why not? I don't. It's not gonna happen. Hit the
Hit the
tree.
tree.
Not good.
Hit the tree. Fine.
And that's not even in the water, but you know, there's a child right there,
All right.
just
Ready
Well,
for
that
backup, boy.
that
hanging
child
out
asked for it. That child asked for it.
at
So
the golf, at the golf course, unattended by adults and stuff. Wait, are we in another course? I'm so confused because like there's been so many tee shots, and my brain is just like, what's happening? Oh, we're not. Okay, you guys are redoing your tee shots. I was just like,
Warning!
stuff. I'm glad you said that actually about PlayStation Plus. That reminds me that, or PlayStation Now. That reminds me that I have like a free Funimation thing you have to cancel this month. I think that I got from Plus. And
yeah,
barely
don't
used
waste
it.
any money. Guy was telling me a Canadian. He went down and worked in Texas for a couple of years, and then he came up and he bought like a $2 million home. He's
What?
a big wig. Yeah, he was able to buy a $2 million home. I said, well, he worked down the States for a couple of years. He comes up, he does, if he has a high paying job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets
Oh,
paid
because the
in
currency
America.
rate.
Then he comes up and, yeah,
That's
comes in
interesting.
getting paid for a nice
That would be. Ugh. I don't know. It's like if I wasn't already like
bigger $2 million
over it.
dollar home.
Possible, but you know, time served.
Harder than normal.
Pass.
Fine shot.
I actually played a music rhythm game recently too, because after Last of Us 2, I had to palette cleanse because it was just, you know, it went there. And I was like, that was, you know, something I would like to not let linger in my brain. So, yeah. Well, that was a bad bounce. I mean, I guess it was an okay bounce. Didn't go anywhere bad. Just on the
Nope,
fairway.
nope, that's good.
Oh, good
That's
angle.
perfect.
Hmm. Guess I could go for a nice shot here since everybody else is too. Ooh, that might be too short. Uh-oh. Spaghetti. Oh, nice. I didn't hit the bystander,
There
but it
you
looks like I
go.
might have, so sorry if I did.
Stop. Amazing.
But not really. Why are you in the way? You're only missing dead people. Oh my gosh, like when they're talking about like when they're talking about the PlayStation 5 3D audio, it's like I really hope there's like creepy levels of like what they're gonna do with it, like stuff like that, where it's like whispering in your ear. That always gets me. Like the weird audio stuff.
So what game are you gonna review?
I don't know. The next game I play. That's from the start.
No.
So nothing I'm playing right now.
Do sushi because
No
you
way,
pretty
dude.
much
Because it's
played.
like in my brain when I'm thinking about it, it's like if I did that, I'd have to take notes like as I'm playing it about stuff. Like Ghost of Tsushima, that was like a month ago, so it's not fresh in my mind. I mean, it is, but it's not. So it's like it's not like you know,
In the analytical way,
brand spanking
it's
new,
probably right.
fresh out the box in my
Exactly.
brain. It would just be like a and like it's like just okay review. I don't want to do like a just okay review. I want to do like a the best review you've ever read in your life. And like, oh man, that was amazing. You should work for IGN or something. And I could like turn it in as like a writing sample and be like, you're hired. And I'm like, but I'm not, because I'm not gonna live in this country. Ha ha ha. Jokes on you. Ooh, I just thought something, Buff. Like, there was this. Apparently they're bringing back G4, so it's like I could just like turn that in and be like, hey guys, how you like this? Can I be on the new X-Play or something or whatever you're doing? And it's like, oh sure, that'd be cool.
Nice approach.
Except not 'cause
Exactly.
it's probably in California, like super duper, super duper crowded
Flooded. So
cities.
yeah, and it's gonna go into the ocean soon.
I mean, for all the talk of the big one, I mean, it is 2020, so I shouldn't say this, but for all the talk of the big one, that is like
Well,
seemed to like not pan out and
there's
mythic.
still some time. There's still some time left.
Well, there's plenty of time left because the more usual years seems to be happening, so nothing good happening all the time.
To the right.
Yeah. Mm,
Oh, I did use a different ball. That is the thing.
this has been a bad hole for everybody,
To the right.
especially Tekken.
I mean, I'm on my first shot, so I still can make par.
Nope.
Oh, that's the other thing I was going to tell you. I remember
You know
now
what?
about Fall Guys is that like
You
RPGs
know
tear
what?
up a lot of it, so it's like I was just giving them crap all day on Twitter. It was great. It was just so fun, and I got to play with them, and it was just like even better, just like rub it in his face. I loved it.
Why wasn't he doing good?
He
Oh
just
well,
sucks at the
whatever.
game. It's great. It's just like it's just funny. He struggles. He just can't play it. It's like one of those things where you play a game and you're not good at it.
It's not a very precise game,
Yeah, the
so
mechanics are like really janky, but
but that's part of the charm of the game that
also that
it's awkward to move your little bean person.
Trying to
it's
get.
not the Mario of platforming and movement.
Up
It's
here.
like a really
Left brake.
it's like would you like to be an accident prone and very clumsy person going through an obstacle course? This game's for you. Oh, come on.
Well, good luck.
Oh, I don't get the gimme? What?
It slopes up.
Or was that for
Is
To the
Birdie?
is
right.
Sockboy the ultimate in? Was Sockboy a failure as a mascot for Sony?
I wouldn't say failure. And it's Sackboy, not Sockboy.
Oh, that hurts.
Hmm. See, already a failure right there. Can't even remember the kid's name. We're done.
Well, I think part of the problem was that unlike other mascots, you didn't really get to customize those, whereas you really customized the Sackboy. So he looked
Keep
pretty
going.
different no matter who played him.
Yeah.
That's hard.
See, for me, it's like I would associate Sackboy with like the era of PlayStation where they like started like getting everything like right and like lining up their shot for the kill for like the future that would come. Because it's like, you know, everything was in the pipeline, being worked on. We didn't know about it, and then they just had like a string of hits. You know, just like hit after hit after hit. First party fell into place. Everything was great. It's like, you know, sure they had like play create share and everybody's like, what's going on? Like what? But it's like, man, everything
So
everything was great. Like,
so Tekken, you know your sales.
mm,
Little Big Planet did very well.
You're on the green.
The first one, right?
I
And
I
then Little
honestly don't
Big
even
Planet
know.
2 did okay, and then Little Big Planet 3 nobody gave two flying fricks about, right? So, do you think it was an idea that um, that we gave the player too much control, and then they just kind of went, eh? After a while, it kind of lost the novelty of it. They saw
No,
the
I
thing
I
as a
think
novelty and not an actual.
oh, it's novelty, not like an actual game. I think that's part of it, but
Yeah.
I think it comes down to like the resources. Because if you look at Dreams, which is the same developer, Media Molecule, it's kind of like possibly what the proof of concept intent was from the beginning, but they couldn't actually get that like to that level until now. So it's like they just were trying to get as best they could with what they had, and it worked with Little Big Planet 1 and 2. But then, you know, it's like Sackboy didn't need to be a mascot. He's just like that's and like the thing is like that about PlayStation's like they don't have the one mascot. It's like it is a collaborative, you know, group of franchises and like titles that like defines the platform. It's not just the one game. It's very similar, I guess, in like respect to like, you know, Nintendo with like all their. If you look at like the cast of Smash Brothers, all those characters, because that's how many they have, they can play a game. But which is kind of interesting because they tried to replicate that with like PlayStation All Stars, which didn't really work. But yeah, I would say the whole as far as like Little Big Planet, it's like what they wanted to do was probably more akin to Dreams, but they couldn't at the time with what they had as far as technology and resources do it until they got got this and like, you know. But then they have like a new Little Big Planet game,
Very possible.
so you know it's not dead. So they're still, you know, pulling them out.
It slopes up. Left brake.
So you're saying it was?
Saying it was what?
There we
Oh,
go.
good shot.
Uh, there you go. There. Oh, of course. The big JCC. He's talking.
Nice within reach.
I'm not gonna
Oh
miss
my.
that.
It slopes up. The
I
brakes
think
are
there's
on.
also a problem with all the user levels and stuff. You know, people want to play good levels, and there just weren't that many of them right away.
That's a good point. It's kind of like like an alternate version of like the Super Mario or the whatever the Mario Maker game is called. Mario Maker, I think that's the name actually. Where it's like, you know, that game is just like torture fun of like here's a hard level. I mean, from what I see people play, because it's like I never see people play like just normal levels. It's like every level is like a murdery level. It's like why would that be fun? But apparently that's like part of the charm or whatever. So that's what it turned into from the community because they're crazy or whatever's wrong with them with like why they want to do things to people like that. But yeah, Little Big Planet was not exactly, you know, oh man, so many cool levels.
I mean, they could have done a lot more if, like, say, every month they had like two Media Molecule levels come out, or you know, professional level type stuff instead of the normal
Mm-hmm.
terrible levels people posted just to post them.
That's also a thing. It's like when it's tied to trophies and stuff, it's like I'm just gonna make a thing to make a thing. So it's not a lot of quality control. I mean, I guess there probably is quality control, but like you have to have good like tools in game to like, you know, searching and filtering and tagging and all that stuff.
I mean, I think
Focus on your
it was
position.
good for the people who wanted to learn game design and use those tools, but that's not a big population.
Yeah, this is also true.
It's
You
coming.
get very much into the like how is the sausage made? Like yeah, very in the weeds, like on the mechanical side.
How is sausage made, Tekken?
I don't know. I can't cook, remember? So I'm very much the wrong person to ask on that one. I imagine it involves animals that, whatever you're making the sausage out of, and you kill them, and then you harvest the meat, and then you somehow fold it up in whatever, or whatever you do to it.
Shot successful.
Oh, he's bringing it home. Look at that. Look at that. Whoa.
Oh, is it gonna? It's not gonna hit the sound. Did I answer your question about that? Like, I feel like I just went on and on. Were you like asking if it was like a success or failure, or like something about the
I'm
thing?
asking, to you, was it a success or failure?
Ultimately, I'd say it was a success because it's able to withstand the test of time, and it didn't just go away like failures do. It didn't get the window seat.
Did we ever see it, Little Big Planet on the PS4?
We got Dreams, and there's a PS5 game coming. I believe it's PS4 or PS5. I think it's cross-gen. It's some little Sackboy game. I have to look it up because I don't remember the name. Ugh. Looking it up.
Nothing special.
That is not what I wanted to do.
Ding.
No further. Such skill.
Nice hit.
Oh, my controller's rumbling. Okie dokie, wind's coming from the left to the right. Alright, let's see if I can also land on the green.
Good shot.
Uh-oh, that looks like it might.
Wow.
Oh, yes, on the bounce.
Bounce. Stop.
Oh, now he's, oh, on the fringe, oh.
Whatever. Okay, a little big. Yeah, they even made a video game, so not a failure. I mean, I think that was like part of the strategy that like, they had though in like that era, when like I would say from like Uncharted 2 forward, it's just like
Fine shot.
we're gonna work with our studios to make whatever they're making, and like let them do whatever, and then support them. Like good sales are bad, because like if we've got the IP, then we can come back to it at some other time. If it doesn't, it's not initially successful. They like keep iterating on it and iterating on it and iterating on it, and it gets better and better and better.
It's gonna run it.
Downhill.
I mean, that being said,
Left brake.
yeah. I mean, there's that, but then there's also like the issue of I have an issue with Last of Us because I feel like it kind of. I mean, I don't want to say it took too long, but I feel like it was maybe a bit too much, too many cooks in the kitchen. And a 7 year break, and like he like played 1 and 2 next like back to back. I feel like you like can see like what was lost from the original, but like what was added. But it feels like there's a bit too much cross pollination or like DNA from other Naughty Dog games that like maybe don't belong. There's a lot of like set piece action sequences that feel like Uncharted, and I'm like, this is not Uncharted, but I don't mind it, but it's just super noticeable. So it's kind of weird. And then like another thing with like Sony first parties is like the skill tree situation of like every game seems to like have a skill tree, and it's like, is this gonna be your staple now, or what's going on here? Or like the over the shoulder camera, like the God of War look. It's like a lot of their games, apply that look. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just an observation. But it's like it's interesting. It's like not exactly it's like not like a bad thing, it's just interesting like, you should, that could become a problem if like everything starts to like look and feel the same though. So but I don't think that's the case because everything does like look and feel different. So it's like, you got like Feudal Japan, Tsushima, and Plague Lens, or not Plague Lens, zombie action, Last of Us, third
Alright.
person treasure hunting, Uncharted. So it's all different flavor, even if it is like similar look. Yeah, F and Horizon. Ah, love Horizon.
An eagle finish.
Coast to coast to pocket.
Nice eagle.
Cycle.
Focus on your breathing.
Let's see. Sackboy: A Big Adventure. That's the next one.
To the right.
So yeah, I mean, he is not himself. I mean, he is like the face of that franchise, but he's. Well, I guess it's double. It's double. Yeah, because it's double duty. Because he's like the face of that franchise, and he's also a mascot. Because, like I said, it's not just one; it's all of their games.
Well done.
Oh man, gotta win them all.
It's developed by Pseudo Digital, and it is published by Sony. So
To the right.
so yes, overall, I would say it was a success.
Hole 15. It's a par 4.
Alright. Chocolate rain. Bam, fun water.
4.
Ew, that is a bit off
Oh,
there.
still playable. I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's still playable.
I'll take it. Still playable. We'll make it work. HCP's gonna get right in. Oh, he didn't change his clubs. That's right. Yeah, because you could do like reviews or stuff and make a little money while you're inside your
Shot successful.
apartment there. Make some money, honey. Get some of that American bread before you take off.
You are making money somehow, right?
Uh,
Prostitution.
not exactly. No.
Oh no.
I mean,
Nice
only
shot.
like a technicality of like I have like a whatever on my
Is the
YouTube, but
bed
like even that
full?
is like not really because it's like a reverse pay gate where it's like they only give me money when it makes a certain amount, so it's like not on a regular basis or consistent basis. So it's like not really. But it's fine, JCP.
So
I budgeted for it. It's fine. It was in the budget.
oh,
I was like,
yeah,
it's a
yeah.
plan. I got the
Like,
whole plan thing
yeah.
going on. I mean, that being said, the border being closed kind of effed it up, but it's like, whatever, dude. I will soldier on.
No, he's good. He's got a whole mattress full of money.
That's just full.
Shot complete.
And prostitution is still on the table, so
That
that's
is,
good.
what? That is not even a thing.
Well, prostitution's a thing.
I mean, it is a thing, but it's not a thing I do.
Well, didn't Canada say that glory holes are really the best way now?
In BC,
What?
there is, yes. In
They said
BC.
that?
In BC,
Yes.
yes.
The
Wow.
Canadian
Stop it.
CDC. It's a good way to maintain social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could catch something besides COVID that way, I'm just saying.
Mm. Catch your death of cold. It's drafty. So I've heard. Anyways,
So I've heard.
so I've heard.
Good
All
shot.
of heard. Heard that.
Nice on. Focus on your power.
Oh man. To shoot between two trees. I'm gonna go for it. Going for it. Ugh.
Fine shot.
Oh,
That's nice.
yeah.
That's
Chipping
not
it
much.
in.
That's not much of a curve, to be honest with you.
Ah,
Oh, God,
fringe.
that's fucking fridge. No, might as well just give him the score now. That's it. Where the hell am I? I've disappeared. Where the hell am I? Where the
You're in
hell
front of
am
a tree, apparently.
I? I guess. All right.
That was so nice to block your field of vision.
That's horrible. That's horrible.
You're on the green. You've got skills.
Can't wait to write about this week's conversation. We talk about Tekken's prostitution.
Dude, I didn't even bring that up. That was you.
Well, somebody had to bring it up. It's an intervention. That's how things work.
Whatever.
Not to. He's got to work on his power game. He's holding his own though. He's good.
It's
I
hard
could
to
write
play
a
on day one.
Fall Guys
Yep.
review. That almost hit me.
That's
That was weird. It's like I wasn't there,
trying
but then I was there. It seemed like I wasn't gonna be
Well,
there.
as soon as he shoots it, then
That's great.
your astral projection shows up again. I said astral.
Oh,
Oh, look at this.
oh, and it
Oh,
spun out.
whoa. That's a rare one.
I'm nervous.
I haven't seen that for 3 years, and then this last month.
Both spins it. All right.
It stuttered there for a second, at least for me. So I'll just
Yeah.
give him to him. They call me Mr. Chips.
Oh yeah. Once a week.
Nope. 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 Oh, there it is. 9 holes. 9 holes plus another 5. So 14 holes it took for him to get a chip in. Good for him.
It breaks left.
There's only a few certainties in life: death, taxes, and Tekken chipping in.
Well done.
So this is my weekly question to both of you. How's your COVID in your state? How's COVID doing for you?
I have to look it up, dude.
There were some rollbacks in New Jersey, so
I feel like it was on the rise before, but it's like better than like when it was initially on the rise. So, but then it's like they just opened schools too, so it's like it's probably gonna get worse. So I'm not sure.
Hole 16. It's a par 4.
Let's see. There's just sitting on my phone where I can look at local news stories, but I never look at it. So okay, don't never look at it, but it's like it's a thing I don't bother with. Let's see.
Shot
Cool.
successful. No further. Cool.
That was my turn. Let's see.
And you're shooting, big boy. Get up there.
why is there a child on the golf course?
There's also this lady
Why
over
is there
here.
always
Enjoying the show? Oh, running away. Well, I never.
even a better question? Why does that child always show up when Tekken's there?
What?
Is that is
Where's
that
the
your
child
from
at?
Sky?
I don't see a child.
Is that your child from Skyrim?
That is not my child from Skyrim.
The one you're training to be an assassin?
Shot successful.
Oh, yes. Good landing. Alright, look on these stories.
Well, if you think in the middle of the fairway's a good shot, sure. Maybe. You never know. Chocolate rain.
Here we go. Wichita, your local news.
Water entered.
So you still have cable, right, technically?
I don't have.
Cable.
I've never had cable in my apartment.
Shot complete.
The
So you just use
increase
the
in
computer.
COVID cases slowed last week. Here's how Wichita area zip codes fared. So they're slowing, I guess.
Well, that means Trump's getting back in. There you go. There you go, Tekken.
I think Trump's in New Jersey tonight at one of his golf courses,
Oh,
Actually, I
holding some
did
sort
see
of
he made some sort of speech from a country club. So yeah, but I didn't know it was in New Jersey. So
yeah.
yeah, you think Florida. Oh, that's beautiful. That's a nice shot. That's a nice shot.
there have been quite a few clusters reported though. 'Cause there's one at a bank, and there's been like multiple nursing homes that have had them. I've seen on Twitter from the news outlet
I
I
saw
follow.
some article and I don't know where it was, but it was like a 700-person house party.
On the green.
It might have been. I don't know if it was in California, but I saw something about like a multiple like California locations that had something like that, and like the police in the area were trying to crack down on them.
Just wait till Sturgis. They're having a big bike rally of 250,000 people going down there
Ooh.
with no masks.
Oh, almost.
Oh, JCP, that was very nice.
Nice shot.
Well done.
Oh, come on.
Focus on your
I'm
power
just saying,
gauge.
if you go to a 700-person house party, you don't get corona.
Amen.
Well done. Amazing. Birdie possible.
My oldest daughter is 20 and spent the week at the beach with my sister and her
Oh,
5-year-old.
that's
So
right.
she's back and she's kind of wearing a mask inside the house because she knows that she was like on the beach not wearing a mask. So out of precaution.
Mm-hmm.
Birdie possible.
That's very good. That's very. You don't see a lot of
Six down.
young adults at least taking that precaution, right? So that's good.
Birdie secure.
And she's complaining that I'm not going to Wawa and buying her smoothies every day like her aunt did. I'm like,
Going for birdie.
What?
yeah, well,
Well,
that
that
was
ain't.
vacation aunt. No, this is not vacation dad. So,
Yeah, exactly.
Birdie secure.
All right.
Focus on
Yeah,
your
so
breathing.
you want a smoothie? Get a job at the place, you bum. That's
Or
right.
a boyfriend that like is like a slave to you.
It's time.
Exactly. Get a
well,
job there, you
it's
bum.
hard for me to yell at her about that because her summer job was canceled.
Uh,
She's
Where was she gonna?
she works at
Hole 17.
the Y as like a summer camp counselor. So they strung her along for a month. You know, we'll make a decision later. We'll make a decision later, and they made the right decision.
Yeah.
oh, there's a cross there. Yeah, at least I didn't hit it.
Nope. You got right down the middle. That was beautiful.
Well, good luck.
Look at this. Very nice, Pete.
Actually, it was interesting because I remember reading that, like, I don't know if it was one of the city council meetings or something, but, like, we did increase the police budget. And, like, I was surprised there wasn't a lot of pushback on that.
Shot successful. Such skill.
Beautiful.
How are you going to chip it in if you land on the green?
That's true. I'm not teching, so that's fine, Danny. I leave that for the Magic Man there.
Shot successful.
Teching will be proud of me on Sunday. I'm running 9 miles, almost 10. 10 miles on Sunday, so I thought you'd be proud of me for that. I'm doing what
Um,
I'm doing
sure,
what you wish. I'm doing what you wish you could do. Absolutely.
Shot
but I
successful.
wouldn't ever do that for fun because that's not a fun time. So, you know, have fun with that.
Shot successful.
Everyone's gonna keep me short.
Good.
Oh, I was wrong. Beautiful.
Such skill.
That's a birdie for him for sure. Beautiful.
Shots good. On the green.
Yeah, working at E Games where every game you get traded. The best part was you trade in like the Grand Theft Autos. Most of them smelled like weed, so that's always good. And then when you're doing new game night or anything like that, the best time was when somebody would bring in about 50 games and trade in their games to try to get the game cheaper. I was
I
like,
remember
oh,
that one story about
and
the
and, and pe-
Assassin's Creed lamp or whatever,
Fingers crossed.
or
oh
some lamp for
god,
some game. I don't remember
Nice
a
one.
specific game,
yeah.
but yeah.
And somebody saw my blood starting to boil. He said, Joe, I'll take care of that for you, Joe. I said, thank you. Frick.
No.
And I was there for the PS4 launch.
Birdie possible.
That was fun.
Let's see.
Somebody tried to trade in their system at the midnight launch. I'm going, no. Nice try. Get out of here. I just, I think that was the only time Clank ever really sold was on was on launch day.
Downhill.
It wasn't a bad game, Clank. I never picked up
You
Clank
mean
2.
Knack?
Clank 1, Knack, sorry, yeah,
I
sorry.
was like, what are you
Uh, shit.
That is
It's
secure.
11:30 at
talking?
night. You get what you get with me. You're my editor.
Trying for
Knack, that's
birdie.
it. Knack, that's
Clank.
No tensing up now.
Clank.
Downhill. That is secure. Trying for birdie.
The Knack was a very good game. I liked it. It was very good. I can't
I
remember the name of it, but it
I
was a good
hear
game.
things. I hear good things about it.
Yeah. I didn't expect good things, but I got good things. That's the best thing.
That is secure.
Amazing!
Last hole. Hole 18. It's a par 5.
Yeah, he gets to go first. Holy smokes, good for him. Need for Speed. That was also a launch title. That was one of the big games that people were buying on launch night. Oh, frick. Go through the woods. Go down the path. Okay. Huh, still playable.
I think that's also one of the reasons that the 2Q PS5 is a thing. It's gonna be one to like have a retailer revolt on their hands and just like no physical copies. So they had to like do something to placate the brick and mortar.
Good shot.
One of the ladies who she manages an EB Games or a GameStop, whatever you want to call it, up in the States. She had to go. She got a job at my store because I knew her, and so she's saying she's coming back. And sales are doing okay, but not where they should be still. Because she works at the mall, right? So the mall is very tight on who they let in still. So one thing equals the other. You should do a blog where you eating some kind of frozen food packing. You should do that.
Right, what frozen food?
Like eat like a frozen burrito or like you should do that. People love to see people eat food.
That I don't.
That'd make
Are you talking about the ones where they
that'd
like
make
to
your
eat a
money.
ton of food, or just like something like one thing? 'Cause I'm not doing one of those mukbang things. Those are gross.
Oh, here Tekken eats a frozen burrito, and then the next week he eats like a frozen pizza, something like that.
He eats the
You
same
try it.
thing every
You try,
day.
This is true.
yeah.
This is
He's
true.
gonna run out of ideas after day
Snickers
2.
after Snickers. Tekken eats Snickers. Well, I'm gonna eat it on the other side of the
I
wrapper.
mean, right now
Thought he
it's
was
just
on Baby Ruth this month.
it's
Oh,
just rice and baby Ruths. I mean, I'm not on
see,
baby Ruths. That's just like my
see,
snack. But it's like the actual food I mean is just rice this month. So
see, Tekken, we care. People are studying you and understand that you're deeply troubled, but we still love you. So that's it.
actually, Dagger and RPG and everybody was giving me crap on today because I don't rinse or wash my rice or whatever. But I was like, dude, I don't have a strainer. And it's
Oh,
like,
heck.
I mean, I haven't died, so it's like whatever, dude. It's like I've been doing this for like at least 2 weeks, and it's like I feel no different, and I feel fine.
Yeah,
So
but now, oh, Greg, I gotta
I
shoot what we're
think I
talking
think my
about.
body has like developed the antibodies for whatever bacteria is in the rice, so it's fine.
Mm. Well, now if you don't show up next Friday, I'm gonna think the rice killed you.
I haven't even gotten sick or anything, and like Dagger's like, oh man, there's so many bugs in rice. I was like, what bugs? What are you talking about? And there's like this whole thing of like germs and bacteria, and like okay, dude, like whatever, but like I'm not worried about it right now, so it's like whatever.
So you're worried about the COVID, but you're not worried about washing your
I
rice.
mean, it's like it's also weird because like I said, my mom didn't say anything about it when she gave it to me, and now there's like this whole conspiracy of like maybe my mom was trying to kill me or something, and it's like what?
Mm.
Whatever, dude.
You wouldn't be the first.
It's like Munchausen or whatever of
Oh,
like you
look
know
at this
the
spin,
the
baby.
the uh
Nice
the you know she wants the attention from me dying on her or something
Oh, okay.
or whatever it's
I thought
called.
you, I thought you guys say you had a life insurance policy and your mom's gonna collect.
Well, I do have a life insurance policy, but I don't think it's that much.
Oh,
So
see, there you go. Enough to get her to Canada. That's all she needs.
it's so funny actually because my mom is like on the whole expat trained to, and she's always like, well, oh my gosh, what was the country? I don't want to get it wrong, but it's like, I think it was like, it's like, she said something, and I was like, what?
There we go.
Why would you want to live there? And I'm like, I can't think of it was Kosovo or somewhere in the Baltic regions, and I was like, no, I'm not. I was like,
It slopes up.
there's a war there. I'm
It
not
breaks right.
going where there's like
Yeah, there's having to be Ma. There's having to be a war
tensions.
there, Ma.
Oh, wait, I'll look at my text. She probably texted me. She's like, I looked into Kosovo or something. And I was like, what? Or Albania is one of those
An eagle.
Baltic countries. And I was like, no. What's evil? Ah, here I thought I'd win.
It
Got a high
slopes right.
score.
It breaks left.
Hopefully I can tie, at least. Let's see. Let's see. Where's this text? My mom's looking.
Excellent. Trying for birdie.
Alright. Turn left.
It slopes up.
Yes. Just a bit.
Birdie secured.
Oh, I don't have more points. Dang it.
Focus on your breathing.
For this hole, it counts up, so you never know.
It breaks right.
Let's see. Wait, what day is that? Oh, February 7th. That's the last time I went to eat in a restaurant.
Oh, I just beat you.
Oh, it was probably Messenger. Probably if it's not in text. Derp. Let's see. That's from December. That's not bad enough. Messenger. Oh, I was supposed to record that, wasn't I? Oops. Ah, yes, Albania. She sent me an article about someone
Oh,
who like moved to Japan and bought like some house or something with like American money for like way cheaper because of currency change.
wow.
See that?
But yeah, definitely missed the boat on New Zealand because totally regret it now. Must be nice to not have any worries about going outside.
That's right.
Great play. Nice work. Fine work.
All right. So in Kansas, is there a mandatory mask policy?
Uh,
You don't know.
I think it's delegated to like at this. I mean, there is a state level one, but it's like I think it's the thing where it's like it depends on like who is at the county level because there's a bunch of counties that were like we're not going to enforce it or whatever, whatever, blah blah blah. So I think statewide there is one, but it's like depends on like who your local leaders are, on like what they're gonna if they're gonna enforce it or not. I'll
Okay.
Google it right now. Kansas COVID policy.
Well, I'm done for the night for golfing, but if anybody wants to keep talking, I'm there. I'm down for a couple minutes.
Let's see. Man, this is not optimized for mobile.
Sean just wants to say thanks for having him out. He had a great time. You guys are pretty good. You guys are great golfers. So that was very nice of him to say.
A lie, but okay.
Baloney. You guys are rocking it. Let's take a look at my Facebook memories here while Tekken's looking up. Oh, very nice.
Okay, on June 29th, Governor Kelly announced that masks must be worn statewide beginning July 3rd. But I don't believe it's like a, you know, it's like one of those weird things where it's like, that is like the that's like what the rule is, but it's like the enforcement side is like I don't believe it's like a like that's the mandate, but it's like there's no like, hard enforcement on it.